Hello, everyone in the Orbs community. Welcome back. Today, I have another great video for you as I have with me Orbs Head of Business Development, Ran Melamed. Hi, Rani. How
Hi,
are
Bar.
you?
How are you? Hi, everybody.
It's great to have you here. So, Rani, let's jump right in. You relocated to Singapore about 2 years ago to set up and lead the Orbs Head office there. What can you tell us about that?
Yeah. So I started out at Orbs from day one. I was the company's COO at first. When we started to ramp up things and started to build the business, and first measures of the strategy and creating our technology. At some point, when we realized that our most important market is in Asia, mostly, primarily in Korea. So at first, one of our co-founders was going back and forth on a monthly basis, and it was the business that there became larger and larger. It became evident that we had to have someone on ground in Asia, both taking care of Korea and all the other great opportunities that we have over here. So luckily for me, I was asked to relocate with my family, which I happily accepted. And as you mentioned, about 2 years ago, we moved here to Singapore. So I was traveling all around. It was, ages ago, before COVID-19, completely different era. So back then, it was a lot of traveling, working with new partners, especially in Korea, but not only, also in Hong Kong, in India, of course, here in Singapore, and, trying to make the most out of our business and, expand our technology.
That sounds amazing. I'm so happy for you and your family. I am interested about something very specific. You recently did a webinar for the GBBC, the Global Blockchain Business Council, for the Virtual Members Forum on the Orbs Blockchain-based Health Passport solution.
Yeah.
What can you tell us about this project?
Yeah, so first of all, the GBBC is an industry entity. They have about 50 members, which also we are part of, a very active part of. They're holding out conferences. By the way, they're having one in September, which we're also going to be participating in one of the panels. And they're kind of an industry thought leadership. They're surveying, what's going on with regulation, trying to get the best picture of blockchain globally, which countries are more active, interesting projects, interesting partnerships, both from industry side, from pure blockchain companies like us, both from larger companies who are interested in blockchain and trying to also find technological partners. So we're pretty active over there. And about a month ago, I was giving a lecture in one of their webinars talking about one of our newest product. Again, it's in conception, but in a quite an advanced phase, which is a COVID immunity health passport. The idea is trying to solve the problem that, given COVID-19, right, and each country closes its borders, and traveling has become very, very, very difficult, not to say almost impossible. And the main reason was that, how can you make sure that the people you're letting in, how do you know whether they're infected or not, whether they were and they're now fine, or they have COVID, whether do they tell about it, do they not tell about it? So the idea is to build a platform, a blockchain-based platform, which would solve several main challenges. The first one is, how can you set up a global network of medical laboratories, hospitals, who will be endorsed and will be acknowledged as entities that provide fair results of COVID tests. So this is one part. The other part, how can you allow users to present some sort of a digital health passport, so that when they arrive at the destination country, they're both able to present some sort of a COVID test that is both valid and was performed by an acknowledged and endorsed entity, an endorsed lab, hospital, etc. In addition, it allows the accepting countries not only to decide, whether, if this test was conducted 2 days ago, is it okay, yes or no? What is the level of reliability of the testing entity, et cetera, and then decide whether you let that person in, yes or no. In addition, once you did let that person in, he's able to present this test result, which only he has full access to. He's able to present it everywhere he goes in that country without any compromise to his or hers privacy, because whenever he shows the test can be validated, but it does not require the approval of that testing entity. So it becomes kind of complicated, but the idea is that the test results are already out there, digitally signed over the blockchain. So wherever he wants to enter someplace or go somewhere, the test lab is not involved, and no one keeps track of where that person went. So let's say I'm now traveling to country X, and I have a valid COVID-19 test, and everything is fine. I'm able to show that wherever I go, and no one is able to keep track of the places I've been, of course, when or where. And if, for instance, there's some sort of a problem, if this test needs to be revoked, etc., it can be very easily done by that lab, by that country. So you have a lot of degrees of freedom in making decisions and setting up the rules, who you let in, where, when, etc., etc.
That's brilliant. It is. No, really, that sounds amazing, and it's so important, especially in these days, in this era that we live in. What can you tell us about the GBBC and the significance of the partnership with Orbs?
So it's a great partnership with a very important significance because, again, they're highly connected to the World Economic Forum, to the conference, to the World Economic Conference in Davos. Again, as I mentioned, a lot of non-blockchain entities. So partnering with them and being able to be part of this network allows us to build new partnerships and new connections, and exposes us and our technology to great new potential partners. Through their assistance, we've participated in many conferences. Even last year, we sponsored one of their hackathons, who dealt with trying to solve one of the UN SDGs, the sustainable development growth challenges. So we were sponsoring over there, and it really opens up, a great new set of partners, and great opportunities for us.
I'm glad to hear that. Rani, thank you so much for doing this video with me. It's not every day that we get a glimpse of what's going on behind the scenes of the Orbs business development team. So thank you so much for the entire team and you for doing what you're doing. And as for you guys, we're not going to stop here. I'm going to see you next time with another person of the Orbs team. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Bye.